We're going to take you through a step-by-step procedure on putting the rapid cabin up. Now our classic cabin that I talked about earlier, again, our classic cabin is our solid log cabin. When we did video on that about this time last year, we wound up with 78 steps to put that building together. Actually pretty simple from start to finish. This building is going to be under 30 steps as we come through here. So a lot less steps, faster to go up. First thing we do now, we have prepared a wooden floor deck for this building. Now, one of the most asked questions is what kind of foundation do we put the building on? Our design department that we'll introduce you to later, you have several different foundation styles that you can put the building up on. A full basement, crawl space, stem walls, slab on grade, posts up on post piers, kind of whatever works in your area and what you're looking to accomplish. So we assume that during the course of this thing, we will have a base to put the building on once it arrives on site. In this particular case, we're putting it on a wood floor deck, probably one of the most common. We'll talk about concrete installation that later. But the first thing we want to do once we get our floor deck in place, and that's just standard construction. No special things have to be done to that floor deck, just normal construction. We'll want to put what we call a mud sill down. Now, mud sill basically is a starter plate for your building. We ship along with your kit, this is treated lumber, a treated lumber mud sill. The reason we do that is if you want to put your foundation or your building on concrete, on a concrete slab, like a garage, freestanding, this will take care of you. So this would get bolted to concrete in that instance. In this instance, we're going to fasten it on top of our wood floor deck. Before we do that, I've had the guys put a sill sealer down. That would be this stuff. This is the sill sealer. This comes with your kit. Okay, one of the things in construction that I've learned in, I guess, better than 45 years is we want to try to eliminate wood on wood joints. And the reason we want to do that is wood moves. And if a piece of wood twists over time or it doesn't fit as tight as maybe you want it, that's an area for air infiltration. So we'll talk about air infiltration in future videos, future steps here. But basically, this is a wood on wood joinery, as we call it. So we're putting a sill sealer between the two. One thing to take up any irregularities and to keep the air from coming out. So Al has got most of the sill on here. We're going to put one sill plate on. In most instances, we're going to screw it down. We are in our plant in Watertown, Wisconsin, building this, but we're going to screw it down so that we could take it apart. Now this sill could be nailed down or screwed down. Again, this is our treated plate. This is the first step in starting the rapid cabin install process. We'll talk about why we put it on as we start to set the panels. But we get a nice starter. What it really does is it gets us another 1.5 inches in height. It gets you a nice smooth area for the start of your building, and it gets us the seal we're looking for. So once Al gets this down, then he'll put sill sealer on top of this again. If you have any further questions, contact us at the information listed.